Well, it's Sunday evening. I slept the afternoon away, and I'm still feel like I'm in the need of more rest. But the fatigue that goes along with lupus is just never ending. Sometimes it's not as strong, and then other times you just can't even roll out of bed. But I'm going to make it to church this evening. We're headed to church. I didn't make it. I don't believe I made it the last 2 weeks. Definitely not last weekend. And I'm missing seeing everyone. And I'm ready for some fun. Tomorrow is a big day. Dr. Burt will be speaking with the medical director. And I'm trying not to get anxious about that. Tomorrow, either we have a no and it's another crushing day, or if it's a yes, we're going to be running around in circles trying to get things done, contacting people, like on fundraising things that we need to go ahead and start because we know the dates and everything, and also, getting stuff arranged to get us there, because it'll probably be just 2 weeks that we have to get to Chicago. Might be sooner, might be longer, but 2 weeks is what we're looking at. Do you love your wife?
I do.
Speak louder.
I do.
I love you.
Husband?
Huh?
Do you love your husband?
I love my husband very much. He takes care of me wonderfully. Everybody loves you just almost as much as they love Buddy.
Yeah.
And Mr. Chicken. Here we are at church. Handicap spot available. Yay, we're at church. Well, church is over, and I'm beginning to think that the inside of my car is now my confession booth. It seems like I'm doing so much talking from inside the car. But once again, I think it's becoming a tradition that we get McAllister's Deli after church on Sunday night. It's really basically the only thing open up that late that has really good food. I mean, I love their sandwiches, and, well, anyway, enough about food. It's really good. On that Q&A, I'm trying to remember because I don't have the paper with me, but the next thing she asked me, which is the better of the two evils, chemotherapy or steroids? And each one, my eyes are watering, pardon me, each one, has their own side effects. And it's going to be up to you and your doctor to choose, which route you want to go. I'm doing both. I think the majority of people really do both, but just at different strengths. You really need to talk to your doctor. I mean, he's the one that has all the professional advice. Also, do your research on the internet. Go to the lupus.org, and it talks about steroids and also immunosuppressive drugs. I did all the immunosuppressive drugs there was available, which is like, the Imuran, Cellcept, methotrexate, all those kind of things I did, and they didn't put me into remission. It kind of slowed down the progression of the lupus, but it didn't put me into remission. I've been on steroids for 7 years now, and it's, starting to wreak havoc on my body. Dwayne's coming out here to give me my drink. Thank you. So the steroids, you know, it's like the best, worst drug there is, because it really, really helps you. It takes down the inflammation. It will help with your pain levels and everything, but the side effects, it has major side effects. Like the ones that you can see is like the moon face, the Cushingnoid. It's called Cushingnoid, and you get the round face, the chipmunk cheeks. Don't know if you can see how. I mean, if you go to my channel page, you'll see a picture of me, what I look like before the steroids. And also, you know, it'll cause your torso to gain weight. You gain weight on the back. You get the buffalo hump on your neck. And this is on high-dose steroids. Low dose, anything, you can start getting them, the side effects, at 15 milligrams. Anything below that, you're really not going to have major side effects. Also, mood swings, increased appetite, bone loss, and muscle atrophy. That's why I'm in a wheelchair, is because I have steroid myopathy, which has made my muscles just basically atrophy. But once I'm off the steroids, I'll be able to get my muscles back. Chemotherapy, you know, it's according to each drug. I do Cytoxin, which is mainly a drug used for breast cancer, and I do that every 2 weeks. I have an infusion in my chest, a port that they do the infusion through, because my veins were basically ruined. I've been doing it for 4 years. And Rituxan, also I do that, and I do that every 6 months, and it is used for lymphoma patients. And, you know, the side effects vary from each one. The Rituxan makes my bones hurt. My bones just hurt so bad. Cytoxin, you know, you're supposed to have hair loss, which my hair is a lot. Oops, there went an ambulance. God, watch over them. My hair is a lot thinner than what it should be. But I have more hair than what I should have, so I'm not complaining at all. Chemotherapy and steroids makes your skin a lot more dry, a lot more thin. I look like I have the old lady skin. That's what I call it. You know, it's crinkly looking. And I'm hoping that it will not stay that way once all the chemotherapy's finished. So, which is the lesser of the two evils? It's going to be up to each person, because I can't do without each one. A couple of times I've said, okay, I've had enough of this, enough of all these drugs. I want off, and I did enter my doctor's supervision and went to go off the drugs. And the lupus is far worse. In my case, it's far worse than the side effects of the prednisone and the side effects of my chemotherapy. As bad as those two drugs and the side effects are, and as much as I complain about them, the lupus is by far worse. It is so horrible and painful that I'm willing to do the chemotherapy and the steroids. I'm willing to do a stem cell transplant. I'm willing to kill off my entire immune system and start over from scratch, because that's how bad the lupus is. Well, I'm going to have to call it a night. I'm running out of time, and I hope that answered your questions. Please, everybody, if you have questions, just put them in the comments below, private message me, whatever, and we'll answer all the questions we can. See you in the next video.